Thank you, Dave. The UConn Huskies have not lost a game since November 2014. And today in Manhattan, Kansas, they look to extend their win streak to 84 consecutive wins. In front of a sellout crowd, they're set to take on the Wildcats of Kansas State. And one change if you're UConn right now. Sanaya Chong is out. She is not with the team. She had a bad injury against Notre Dame. She's going to be replaced in the starting lineup tonight by Crystal Dangerfield of UConn.
What an atmosphere here in Manhattan.
Eastman will put it up, doesn't get it. Kansas State still looking for their first basket, as is UConn. And they get their first one. Nafisa Collier averaging over 19 points a ball game, the first two of the game.
The point I'm making is you have to be smart to run this defense for Jeff Mittie. You've got to be active. And so far, K-State's playing their roles well. And that's a tough shot for Collier. Go up over Lewis. Got a good look on a short shot clock. They just couldn't put it up.
Once again, this UConn team shorthanded as the freshman Crystal Dangerfield gets the two. The post up. They're going to mix up the defense on her, and they poke it away. 3 on 2. Give it up. Samuelson gets a great look at the three and makes him pay.
What a situation that they, invite UConn to come here, and that Gino Auriemma is willing to bring his team in here. And great, of course.
And that's what they have to be careful against, because Texas held them very tough, and then all of a sudden UConn went on this big roll. Samuelson inside for the easy two, and Jeff Mittie's going to have to call a timeout. Dangerfield very composed for a freshman. They work it on top to Nurse. Samuelson, her second three drained. 3 on the shot clock. Weisman cannot find the range. In fact, this Kansas State team in their last game against UT Arlington, they coughed it up 26 times. Samuelson with her third three. Hit the three.
48% from three-point range, and you have to get a hand on her. I mean, that's a huge mistake for the K-State defense. This is a scouting sound defense typically, and they look shell-shocked early in that it's so hard to cut our willing and good passers and tell them every day what we're looking for in our plays.
My goodness. My goodness. Katie Lou Samuelson again, 4 of 5 from beyond the arc, 14 in the first quarter. Now they have numbers. Great pass inside, counted by Nurse.
They can strike so quickly, and it's just a bad pass by Martin. And even though there are 3 defenders for
this was 6 of Kansas State's 10 points. Williams has been quiet. Samuelson again. Butler takes away the offensive rebound away from Goff. Nurse lets it fly from 3, and she buries it. Left alone, then knocked away. Butler, good hands. Samuelson, spin move. She'll take it herself with the left hand.
It's a different look to the zone now. They brought that 2-3 up into more of a 3-2.
Williams the pull up, and she gets the friendly bounce. Yeah, I went back and looked at the tape again a couple of days ago because I just couldn't believe how good she was. And they're hitting from the outside. Kia Nurse draining the 3. Samuelson, good look inside. This is outstanding ball movement. Nurse gets a great-looking 13-footer. This is the calmness of them.
Yeah, watch as they move the ball around the perimeter, inside and out. A little ball fake, and just a little ball fake there allows.
Really took control of this game. A 17-0 run in that opening quarter. Brianna Lewis just loses Natalie Butler, who gets the easy layup.
And blocked that shot.
Samuelson gives it up. Nafisa Collier with the 2.
Kansas State had a good second quarter, but that's one way they can stop K-State from feeling comfortable, get those steals like that, and then strike so quickly.
Both she and Collier, they're playing new roles than what they played last year. They've adapted quickly.
They have. I mean, that was the big question mark for UConn, right? I mean,
just watching Collier move without the basketball, trying to weave her way through this Kansas State zone. Samuelson, the pull-up, that's tough.
State missed too many opportunities, real opportunities in this game.
Dangerfield with a quick trigger, and the freshman showing cool blood in the vein.
In the WNBA.
How about this UConn team? They've won 113 straight games versus unranked opponents.
Shots at the rim. You also have to get out and defend the 3-point shooter.
Shot clock at 3, not a problem. The turnaround for Collier.
Over everybody, but
Yeah.
that's where there's some open players on the court. You got to find.
The bigs running the floor extremely well for UConn. Collier with another 10. Has been 11 since a 21-point advantage by UConn. Samuelson left alone, makes them pay again.
We have a great example for you as the ball moves. Let's go ahead and roll it there. As they move through this zone and freeze it right here. Here's the ball. They got to look at a high-low. This player has to dive in. So watch the 2 extra passes. 1, 2. That sets open Samuelson, and the willingness of players to make the extra pass easily when they are patient.
Well, UConn shooting 52% of this ball game. That Kansas State has only allowed about 37%, and that percentage will go up after the easy 2.
Let's go back and look at the passing as the ball goes across the top. Go ahead and let's roll it just a moment here and freeze it. So the right here, Dangerfield is going to dribble in here and watch this defender, and as she watches defender fade out, she finds the open post player underneath and makes the right decision.
Shot clock inside of 8. Nice pass inside the lead in, and it drops. Won their last 113 versus unranked opponents. Williams gets around Lewis, who commits the foul. And it's still packed. Kudos to this savvy basketball crowd here at Kansas State.
And the opportunity to see the #1 team in the country, the opportunity to cheer on their own team that has played hard today. A great crowd here in Manhattan, Kansas.
And Connecticut will win their 84th consecutive game. Closing in on the record, they hold at 90. Impressive win by UConn.